Right here is good up. Touch him up.
When we told Jesse Bam Rodriguez yesterday in the fighter meeting, you know, Pedro Guevara's never been stopped. He said, well, I'll be the first to stop him, just like I did for Sonny, just like I did for Rungvisai, just like I did for El Gallo.
He's one of those fighters that not only gets better as he gets a little bit older, but gets more powerful as this competition improves. Sonny Edwards, arguably the best fighter at 112. He got stopped. Gallo Estrada, a living legend, he did too.
As for Pedro Guevara, he said he got a call from Juan Manuel Marquez to give him advice on how to win this fight. Sergio, what would you have said in that call if you had spoken to Guevara on how to win this fight?
I'll be honest with you, just continue doing what you're doing, because he comes from that Nacho Berenstein, Juan Manuel Marquez school of boxing. If you see his technique, you see the bounce on his feet, his punch selection, very smart fighter in Guevara. So I would definitely just tell him to beware those angles, because it's all footwork with Bam Rodriguez. From that southpaw stance, he's in front of you in 1 minute, and then he's in the side of you, hitting you and knocking you down and out another.
According to CompuBox, Bam Rodriguez has the best total connect, jab connect, and power connect percentages in the entire sport of boxing.
Right now, a lot of foot pressure, a lot of presence being applied by Bam Rodriguez just by not letting Guevara, get comfortable around the ring. A lot of physical pressure being applied.
You see the movement of Guevara, and that's a style I thought that Sonny Edwards might employ against Bam, that Gallo Estrada might employ, but both of them decided to stand, kind of in the middle of the ring with Rodriguez. And we asked them afterwards, it was because his footwork is so good. It's just difficult to maintain that type of movement against a fighter with this type of feet.
See, Guevara has good footwork, but he keeps his hands high, nice technique. It's that left hand that I'm really impressed with. He throws an uppercut, a jab, a body shot, and he's always keeping you honest with that left hand. A lot of pressure being applied by Bam. I haven't seen this much pressure this early from Bam Rodriguez. He wants to impose his size advantage on Guevara.
Guevara has taken part in 6 world title fights. This is his 7th, so plenty of experience on what to do and what not to do against elite competition.
Yeah, that was a really good win for him against Andrew Maloney. To go to Perth, Australia to beat Maloney in his backyard, that says something.
No, going to Australia to be an Australian champion, going to Japan to be a champion. This is a road warrior. So this is nothing new for him coming over here to the States and trying to take another champion.
Asked Bam what style of fighter he preferred to face off against, a sticker and mover, a swarmer, a brawler. He said, I don't care. I just like different styles, different fights. I just want to be in the ring at all times. I love fighting. Right hand, he's complaining that's behind the head, but it did affect Guevara.
You could see the size advantage that Bam has over Guevara, so you could expect Guevara not to stand still too much and try to stay off the ropes.
Para la campana.
Go around. How you feel? See, at the end, you see that you're stunned a little. Watch. All you got to be careful is when you come in, don't get too careless. This hand keep running because he's always going to throw the right uppercut, right? That's what he's looking for, waiting for that right uppercut. Just be careful.
They said that's what they're going to say about there. Try to move and try to survive. Try to catch you with something careless as you're coming in, all right? Just be smart as you're coming in. Keep giving them feints. That 1-2 right there at the end, stun them a little bit.
Make them miss, make them pay every time, right? In and out. That's what keep the half distance, right? Don't get too close. Don't need to that. Keep that half distance. That way you can counter easy, all right? Everything out of that reach. Everything out of that reach, all right? Let's go. Don't get careless, right? Don't get too confident either.
Round 2 scheduled for 12 here from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, with the Wells Fargo Center, home of the 76ers and Philadelphia Flyers. How are the 76ers this year, Chris?
Very bad, Todd.
How are they? Thanks for that NBA insight from one of the best in the country, the legend. Trying to go downstairs was Guevara. Is that the area you'd focus on if you were fighting Bam, Sergio?
I would definitely focus on the chest and the body of Bam Rodriguez, because what you don't want to do is start jabbing with him, because from a southpaw jab he has the advantage. With the faster feet he has that advantage to get you on an angle. So definitely concentrate on the body and try to keep him from moving away.
Love that footwork from Bam Rodriguez, the kind of footwork we see from just a handful of fighters, the kind that Lomachenko kind of popularized over the last few years.
Slick left uppercut.
That's a beautiful left uppercut by Bam. He didn't put nothing behind it, and that's why it landed just a clean shot. Two good body shots landed by both fighters right now. Rodriguez went for the body. Guevara answered right back, which is what you're supposed to do in this game.
You know, Bam has the ability to hurt you in so many different ways. Right now, you've seen back-to-back uppercuts, but that straight left hand that dropped Sonny Edwards and finished him off in their fight, that is powerful. Also goes to the body extremely well. That's how Gallo Estrada was knocked out. I mean, he just has the full array of tools in the toolbox offensively.
I can already see that both these fighters are looking for uppercuts. Whoever lands first is going to get the respect. Maybe even hurt the other.
Good left cross there from Bam Rodriguez. Interesting story about Pedro Guevara back in 2012 when he suffered his first career loss to John Rael Casimero, considered retirement. The good thing he didn't, because 2 years later he came back and won a world title, and now 12 years later he's in a marquee fight here against Bam Rodriguez.
Good body shots being landed by both fighters, man. I'm telling you, anytime Guevara lands to the body, Bam gets it right back. But this is the type of fight he's going to have to be for Guevara to win. He can't stand still, can't be against the ropes. He's always going to have to be moving as a smaller fighter. He's going to have a lot of tricks to pull out if you're Pedro Guevara. And right now he's doing all right. You know, he's holding his own. He's moving around the ring, getting his respect. But you can see that he's a smaller fighter, and Bam doesn't respect the power or the punches of Guevara just yet.
And Sergio, it takes a lot of energy to move the way Guevara's been moving for the first 2 rounds of this fight. 35 years old, I wonder if he's going to be able to keep it up.
Well, it's not moving out of desperation. Right now it's boxing, you know, so I think he's doing all right now in the first 2 rounds.
Empezar a caminar al contrario, la vaselina. Tienes que caminar al contrario, Pedro.
Vamos a corregir. Sí, cuando escuchaste, corregiste. ¿Qué pasó? Te le agarraste y te le movías y te le acomodabas hacia tu mano fuerte. La manera de anular la mano fuerte, como te había dicho, de ganarle el paso y salir a la izquierda. Es válido que tú lo marques, y si le caminas hacia tu derecha, inmediatamente al avanzar tienes que ganarle a la izquierda.
Sí, tienes que tirar, saca el pie y tira a la derecha, pero balancea los hombros para que no le avises a qué hora estiras.
Both fighters looking for the same punch, that uppercut, but it's the champ that lands it first. That's the first major punch right there. Guevara, the smaller fighter, the smaller champion, moving up, took it well, but he can't keep taking those punches from the bigger Bam Rodriguez. And there it is again, the same shot. The uppercut's going to be the money punch here. Uppercuts and body shots. And you can see Bam Rodriguez just applying a lot of pressure. And this is either gonna get to Guevara, or Guevara's gonna have to fight off Bam Rodriguez.
Guevara was once ranked as the best light flyweight in the world by Ring Magazine. He suffered 2 recorded knockdowns in his career, one against Casimero, one against Carlos Cuadras last November, but again, he has not been stopped. But Bam Rodriguez is always looking for the finish. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, but he does it so in a sly manner, in a smart, responsible manner. Bam gets angles on you. He hides his power. He touches and finally surprises you with power. It's hard to keep a guy like that off. And it's even harder when he's applying this much pressure. I mean, this is the most aggressive.
Oh, nice left, yeah.
Sergio, you see Guevara just pawing at that nose a lot this round. Makes me wonder if some of these straight lefts Bam has been landing are having an impact.
It was that uppercut. Yeah, those uppercuts, when they come from the bottom, you're not accustomed to getting hit on your nose from the bottom like that. They really hurt. You know, we're accustomed to getting hit in the nose when they're coming from straight from a jab, but from the bottom, it's totally different.
Chris, is your dream fight in boxing right now, Bam versus Inoue? Is that the one if you could make a fight?
You know, in the next 18 months, absolutely. Now, I don't know if Inoue is going to be at 122 in 18 months. I don't know if Bam is going to be ready for that fight, but these are the two biggest stars in the lower weight classes.
Bam really having no problem so far against Guevara.
No problems as far as offense, but right now the only issue Bam is having is pinning down the tricky.
Whoa, he pinned him down and knocked him down.
Good shot, straight left. It was a straight left hand, caught him on the opposite side of the southpaw face, so that kind of tweaks you a little bit different and hurts you in a certain manner.
Yeah, and caught Guevara trying to escape.
Bam has so much time to work with. We're only in round 3. Guevara trying to fight his way out of this trouble, but he got clipped with a beautiful right uppercut.
That's a dangerous, beautiful shot by.
And they've stopped it. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, as good as it gets.
Man, you better, anyone watching, we're watching greatness right now in Bam Rodriguez. This is the epitome of someone great at 24 years old to be doing what he's doing. Incredible.
247.
Pedro Guevara in his 7th world title fight, Sergio. He's seen everything you can see. He's a veteran, a 35-year-old warrior. He had no chance in this.
Man, I expected more resistance. I expected more, but there was just way too much pressure being applied by the bigger man, the bigger champion. I mean, that was just impressive. That's how you beat down a smaller champion.
Wow. A dominating performance. I mean, Sergio, who on the horizon can beat this guy?
It's not going to be at 112 or 115. It's going to probably have to be at 118. I don't see nobody beating Bam Rodriguez.
And I know a lot of people want to see him fight Chocolatito. They had a great sparring session a couple months ago, but after seeing this fight and what he's done to the other 3 kings, does Chocolatito have a good chance? This guy, can Chocolatito beat Bam?
Man, listen, it's blasphemy to say that Chocolatito, the great Chocolatito, doesn't have a chance to beat Bam. But right now, at this stage of his career, I would say Bam Rodriguez would be a big favorite to beat the legend. But I would still want to see it.
Well, you know, last year, earlier in the year, Chocolatito said, I don't want to fight this guy, you know, I respect, and then they had the sparring session, and apparently now Chocolatito's up for it, and Bam says if he wants it, I do too, bring him on.
Listen, man, that's what we want to see. It's like the 80s when Sugar Ray Leonard was facing all the other kings. Ray was the only one that beat the other 3 kings, and if you add Wilfredo Benitez to that list, it's 4 kings. So that's exactly what Rodriguez wants to do, beat every king on the list.
Well, this was just a beatdown.
Yeah, it was. It was just a beatdown, and look, that's what I was talking about, that left hand on the left side of the face. See, the southpaw's not accustomed to landing a shot on that side of the face. So it kind of tweaks your neck a little bit more. So Guevara's neck tweaks in a way where you're not accustomed to getting hit by a big left hand, by a left-handed puncher. And that's why it hurt him so much. He wasn't able to roll with the shot. And here's the end of the fight. Guevara just trying his best to keep him off, but Bam gets that angle. Look at that angle. I said it was going to be an uppercut, and there it is. Beautiful power uppercut that Guevara didn't see coming.
Out comes the mouthpiece, and the fight was over. A vicious right uppercut from Bam Rodriguez. And that may be the end of the line for 35-year-old Pedro Guevara, who basically made the most of his career. I mentioned he thought about retiring 12 years ago, but stuck with it, became a world champion, got to fight in this marquee event here tonight, but just not nearly on the level as Jesse Bam Rodriguez. We're just over a month away from the rematch Alexander Usyk, the pound-for-pound king, taking on Tyson Fury, who promises to be better than he was in the first fight. Says he'll make it look easy on Saturday, December 21st. Find out if he's right here on DAZN. Let's make it official in David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ricky Gonzalez waves off this contest at 2 minutes and 47 seconds of round number 3, declaring your winner by TKO. He's still undefeated and still the WBC and Ring Magazine Super Flyweight Champion of the World, Jesse Pedro.